Hey, Crazy Will here today. Today we'll be talking about August Smart Lock. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. Stay tuned. Let's start it, shall we? Hey, Crazy Will from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we are on the undesirable side of my office because we're going to be talking about that smart lock right there, the August Smart Lock. That's right, guys, I'm going to review it, another smart home device. I know you guys thinking a lock. What? I don't know if I'm too comfortable about that. It's a lock. Smart, might get hacked, something might go wrong. Well, I'll tell you guys why I was interested in this. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now that I'm not going to bore you with. And I keep forgetting to lock the damn office door. So, you know, I'm doing YouTube videos, I'm doing other things, I'm doing projects in here, and I'm in and out, and I got obligations, and I keep forgetting to lock the damn door. So frustrating. You know, I'll be at a party or a friend's house, and I'm like, did I lock the door? Did my office with all my gear wide open to the world? I mean, like, duh. So I've been looking at the August lock for probably about a little over 2 years. I've been just kind of looking at this one and several other versions of a smart lock I've been looking at, and the price point was just not that reasonable for me. And recently, Black Friday, this bad boy was only 80 bucks. So $80, and I was like, might be worth looking into. Now, this is actually a Bluetooth device. Now, you can make it work with your Wi-Fi if you buy the hub that is sold separately. I didn't. This was 80 bucks, and I think the hub is almost like 60 bucks. Basically, the hub plugs in near your device, and it acts as a Bluetooth and a Wi-Fi receiver. So basically, it communicates to this through Bluetooth and communicates to your Wi-Fi router, so that way you can have the ability to run Alexa or Google Home. I set this one up just after Thanksgiving, so I've had it for a little over 2 months, and I set up another one for a buddy of mine. He's a lot older and he don't like getting up and answering the door, so he thought he'd make this so he could work with his Alexa. So he actually got the Pro. It's a rounder device. I'll show a picture of that right here, and I set that up for him. It does work really good with Alexa. Basically, you just say, you know whose name, and you say unlock the door, and then it asks you for a passcode that you actually program into the August Smart Hub. Now, some of the features that this has, you can grant access to anybody through the August app. And I know what you're thinking, this is Bluetooth. Well, how is it doing that? Well, it actually works through the web, through August's website, and it gives out the Bluetooth code, which you never receive it. You only get it on your device linked to your account, and there's no way to give out that Bluetooth code without actually going through August. So that is very secure. You're going through their website to grant access to others. Once you add someone in, you get alerted that they are coming in and out of your house, or in my case, my office, which I have done with my wife. I grant her access to my office. I know, I'm like, what are you thinking? You're letting your wife go into your office? At least I know when she's going in here now. So it has that capability. I can share that. When you get up to the actual device, that's when it works with the Bluetooth, and then you can gain access. And I will show you the app later on in this video. Fumbling with an app, you're probably thinking, okay, what's the difference? If you're gonna fumble with an app, what's the difference if you're fumbling with your keys? For me, it's not that big of a deal. My office, this door goes about 100 feet away from my house. By the time I take it out, open up the app, and hit the button, I'm already at the door, and it unlocked way before I got there, and I open up the door and I come right in. So, and it works about 100 feet away, like from my deck to this door, about 75, 100 feet around there. I'm able to access depending on how charged my phone is, so the Bluetooth capability, you know, in that aspect. Now, another feature that I really like in this product is that I don't have to change my lock. A lot of the other devices wanted you to change out the whole lock. I wasn't a fan of that. This one, this is the lock. This is it. This is everything. All you're doing is you're keeping the original one, you take the front of it, and you take this out, and it comes with several nubs, and I'll show a picture of that right here, several nubs that will go to one of your lock devices, and you just have to replace the back. So, you know, basically there's a fitting that goes over your existing door lock, and then you put that device right on there, and you can unlock it and lock it. And you still have the ability to shut it and close it. Does not affect that at all. And you can still use your key. You don't have to change keys. I have one key for everything in my house, and I'd like to keep it that way. They say it takes about 10 minutes to set up. I would differ on that. Probably about 20 minutes to a half hour, because by the time you install that, put the batteries in, install that little sensor. Yes, it does come with a door open sensor as well, and you line everything up and you get everything hooked up, and then you also have to train the door. You actually have to open it, hold it like this, close it, open it, hold it open, close it. You have to do quite a few steps to program the doors. So basically, by the time you set up an account, program it, it's gonna take you about a half hour. Another great feature that I really like, and it's on their website, you can actually grant access to dog walkers, family members. You could put a time limit, and I've tested this out. When I was setting up the other gentleman's smart lock, which I said he has the 3rd generation Pro, which has every bell and whistle, I was actually giving myself access for 1 hour, and by the time the hour ended, I didn't have access anymore, which I thought was really cool. So I said 1 hour, or you could put a week, or you could put this person has access from 10 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock, and then not allowed to come back in the house anymore. So I like that feature. I might even push this on my parents. They own 2 rental properties. They're in New York and I'm in North Carolina, and they have 2 rental properties here. So this may be a big answer for them, because they can give people access. They would just have to download the app and give them access to the actual door, and then after, they only rent it out for like 3 months at a time, just end it that way. So basically you can grant access to people for a month, a week, a couple of hours, or a few minutes. Pretty cool. The August door sensor, I pointed that out earlier. That tells you if it's open, if it's closed, or if it's just slightly open. You don't have the problem of your door being left open and you not knowing about it. It will alert you. The August lock also has a feature where if you arrive, it uses your location. As soon as you arrive, it will unlock the door. I didn't really play with this feature because it's not something, I go in and out of my office. It's not something when I arrive at home. So I really can't vouch for this feature, and I think it's more if you have the hub. We think it's more of the hub requirement, although it did give me the option to do so and use my GPS location. I personally didn't want this. I don't want something unlocking automatically until I go up there. I like the idea of actually pushing the button. It's probably a control thing, but apparently it's in there. But if you do use this feature and you like it, please let me know down below if you like it or what you think of it. So I keep touching on the hub. That's another feature that you can get. You can get the hub. The hub actually has the ability to work with Alexa, Google Home, HomeKit, and Z-Wave. It actually has Z-Wave technology built into it. You can also add a keypad. This is one of those things, and I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. This is one of those things where I don't understand the keypad thing. If you have a smartphone and it's a smart lock, why would you use a keypad? I would just get one with a keypad on it. Why would you buy an expensive lock, then an expensive hub, and then a keypad? That doesn't make sense to me. It's just my opinion. But it is available, and I don't know what the price is, but I'll put it right down here. So like I said earlier, I bought this myself. This was not given to me. I paid 80 bucks for it on a Black Friday deal, and normally it's about $150, and that's kind of why it was pushing me away. During the summer, it did drop down to 100, and I almost grabbed it. I just, being cheap. Everybody has their priorities, and I was just being cheap with it. So let's take a look at the app. I'm going to show you that. So here we are on my iPhone. I'm going to click on the August app, and that opens up, as you can see. And right away, it's Will's office, and that's my keychain, and that's how that works. So if we click in here, you'll see it discovers my door. I can unlock it, and then lock it. And that's what it looks like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up right now and open the door so you can see what it looks like when it's partially ajar and closed. Icons. This tells me the activity of who used the door, and obviously it's mainly me. The people that I allow, guess this is where you could also invite somebody else. So like if you want to add somebody else, you put their phone number, contact information, and you add them from there, and it'll give you a list of who's on your account. You can add a house photo, you can edit owners, and you can click on the lock. This will give you a whole bunch of options. You can name the door, smart alerts, let's look into that. So this alerts me anytime Christina opens up the door. So if you have family members, you know, you have kids, you want to know when they come home, you can do that. So auto lock, this was the big feature, pretty much the main reason why I bought this. I have it enabled right up here. I have it to auto lock on timer, and I have it for 2 minutes, and I think you can go up to, you can only go up to 30 minutes. So I have it 2 minutes, and that's it, and it'll automatically lock. Auto unlock. I didn't really mess with this. Apparently you could turn this on and then use your location, and you know, when you leave the neighborhood it'll lock, when you come into the neighborhood it'll unlock. I didn't mess with this too much because I just wasn't comfortable with it, and I don't really need it to unlock. Doors ajar timing, so this will let you know in 2 minutes if the door is still ajar. It'll send you an alert. So, and then you could just open up smart alerts and add that, and you can create a smart alert. I didn't set that up yet, probably should. Door sensor, this goes through the actual how to disable it and enable it. You do it through here. The one thing I gotta say about the app is the app is really nicely designed. So when you go to set this up and you open up the app, it actually shows you video and shows you how to do everything, you know, pictures and video step by step. They really took the time out to do this. Calibration, this is what you're gonna use to calibrate it. You open the door, you shut the door. I'm not gonna click on that because I don't want to mess with anything. You reset the factory. This is device information and installation instructions, and that's what I was talking about. The installation instructions are really nicely done. Do you have everything you need, you know, and then it shows you step by step, you know, what to do. And I was really blown away by this app. Very rarely do you get an app that actually takes the extra time, you know, step by step to actually show you how to do all this stuff. I was just really impressed by it. I mean, you know, it's pretty dumb simple, but the fact that they took the time and actually showed instruction and video and made sure you got everything, and then there's troubleshooting down there, which is self-explanatory. So over here in the corner, that's me. You can click at your home. This is what it works with. You can click on that, and these are all the devices that it will work with, just in case I did not touch base on anything else. But you know, some of these things you will need the hub for, you know, like your Alexa devices or your Google Home. But set up new device, this is where you want to go if you want to set up your new device, and you just click on the device you're setting up, and this is all the devices they have. This is the 3rd generation lock. Oh, the doorbell cam. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. They have a doorbell cam and a doorbell. You could set that up. Hub, the Connect hub, and that's the keypad. I don't understand the keypad, but whatever. And then the chime system, so you can make the doorbell work with the chime system, which it should come with that, but who knows. But that's basically the app. That's all you really need. That is the app, guys. Real quick, it takes 4 AA batteries. That's how it's getting its power supply. So 4 AA batteries, and it goes right here. This comes right off, it's just magnetic, and those are your 4 AA batteries right in there, which is really cool. It's easy to get to, no complicated taking it apart. Like I said, I've had it for almost about 3 months now, and I haven't had to replace those 4 AA batteries yet. So we'll see. So far I'm pretty impressed with the battery life. So now we're up to the part where the pros and the cons. Cons! You need a hub if you want to make this more of a smart device. That was a big punch in the gut for me personally. Not a deal breaker, but it would have been nice if for the price point, I know I only paid $80 for it, but even for the $150 price point, that you got the hub, which you need to open the app to get into the door. I was hoping there would be a feature where it just sensed my Bluetooth and it would just open the door. Almost like the cars today where you walk up to it and it senses the key and it would just open up the door. I was kind of hoping for that kind of feature, like it would recognize my phone and be like, hey, it's Will, open the door. Not that it's a big deal. You can leave the app open and stay on an open screen, so that way all you have to do is tap the app and then tap the button and you go right in. And I go back and forth a lot into my house and into my office, back and forth. So I use this thing a lot. It can be a little noisy. Pros! There wasn't that many cons, guys. There really wasn't. It's a really good device. This makes it so I don't have to forget to lock my door. This has a timer on it of 2 minutes, and you can make it as long as you want. Unlocking it with your smartphone, your Amazon Alexa devices, Google Home, Apple HomeKit. It's a nice way to make life a little easier. If you forget your keys, usually don't forget your phone. Boom, you can take it out and do it right away. So that's really cool that you have that ability. You do have to get the hub, but for the most part, you have that ability. Easy to install. Like, this is not a big deal. Like I said, it took me 20 minutes to a half hour it took me to set this up. The biggest thing is you do not have to change your locks, guys. I can't tell you, there were so many ones I was looking at and they wanted you to change the lock, and I have the same key for everything in my house, the front door, the back door, to work with one key. I don't like playing with a bunch of keys. I can't stress that enough. And if you're like that, if you're like me in that aspect, this is the way to go. It is shareable and has schedules. I like that. And you can see who's coming and going. You can give access to anybody and it just makes life a little simpler. You know, you don't have to worry about losing keys. You don't have to worry about giving keys to people. It makes things simpler. Oh, my dog is killing me right now. So my overall review, guys, I think it's a 5 out of 5. I say go ahead and get it. I love it so far. Like I said, I've had it for 3 months. If I have any problems, I will definitely do a re-review video or an update video. Like I said, it's a 5. It's a winner. It's definitely something I would pick up. And I'm thinking about putting this on my main door of my house, because it'd be nice to just be able to tap that button and get in. So that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this helped you in any way. And remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys. Seriously, Bella, what did mommy feed you? You stink. You stink. Oh God, you smell so bad. Oh. I think I'm gonna throw up. You smell. Go outside. You need to poop. You need to poop. Whew. You're still here? You haven't clicked on all these videos that I made? Or better yet, like button? Or even better, subscribe button? Just putting it out there.